Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to create a beautiful butterfly design with the Pixellab app using your smartphone. So without any further ado, let's get started. So this is our blank page. The first thing we're going to do is to import the image, the background image we're going to use for this design. So let's crop it. So I'll crop it to my own preferred proportion. It has been imported to the Canva now. So let's increase the size. Let me increase the size to make it fit on this Canva. Now this is me trying to reduce the brightness. I'm trying to make a little bit edit to the background, so I reduce the brightness. So now let's import the main image I want to use for this design, the image of the woman I'm going to use for this birthday flyer design. So this is it. So I'm making sure it is centralized. Now I'm trying to make the color of the Canva to match with the imported background. So let's see if this will work. This is a wine color or dark red, however you may call it. So I'm going to use gradient. So I want to blend this background together with the Canva. So I'll use the gradient and I'll come to color. I'll make sure I use the same color I use for the Canva for this one too, the same color, so that, can you see, there is a contrast there because it's not the same color. So I have to make everything to be the same color for it to work. Alright, so let's see. So I'm locking the background and the image so that I won't be moving it around when I'm designing. I don't have to be mistakenly moving it around. So let me use black. Yes, I think black will rhyme with the dark background. So let's use black. So I'm going to change this red to black. Can you see it is blend now? It is being blended. So let me make sure it is blended very well. So for this, let me go to color filter. Let me reduce the brightness of this image a little bit. As you can see, the image I use is not a studio picture, so you have to make some changes, a little bit of, changes to the image to make it come out very nice. Alright, so this is me trying to blend the side of a woman to the background. So I use the draw tool, if you can see it. So I'll do it again so that you can see what I'm talking about. Let me redo it. Go to the pen tool. To the draw tool rather. So the draw tool. Yeah, the draw tool. I'm going to click on the draw tool. Okay, let me reduce this brightness a little bit. The brightness of the background. So now I click on the draw to increase the pen size, increase the smoothness and the blur radius. Then you drag the line wherever you want to blend it. So I'm blending both sides. Can you see? It is being blended. The left side of the woman, it is being blended. Okay, let's redo it. Increase the size, increase the radius and the smoothness. So can you see now? It is blended. Now let me lock it. So I love using grid lines whenever I'm designing. I love using 15 by 15. So whenever you are designing, make sure you use your grid lines so that your designs can be very aligned and perfect. So let's move this up a bit and move the background. I have to move the background up so that it will match. Yes, exactly. So whenever you are designing, always remember to save your project, to save your designs, because sometimes, a few times, a mistake might occur or an error and you might lose your design if you didn't save it. So make sure you save your designs. So now let me start with the text. With the body text, let me look for a font. So I think it is better to type everything together. The happy birthday, I have to type everything together. So now you go to line spacing to reduce the gap. Can you see? Now I'm using my grid line to know where to put this text, to know where to put it. I'm using my grid lines. And let me move this picture up a little bit. If you are watching the video and you are yet to subscribe to my channel, make sure you click the subscribe button, like this video, and also click the notification button so that you can see more. You can be notified whenever I drop more videos like this. Make sure you click the subscribe button and the notification button. So now you look for a font for this star. Now for this one I'll need a very fancy font for this one. So Let's see. So this is me trying to choose the kind of font I'm going to use. So let me just keep strolling till I find what I want. So I'm selecting each of these fonts so that I can know the one that will match the most with what I have in my head. So let's give this one a try. Okay, let me change the font. I'm not really feeling it. Let me change it on that font. So let me give it color. Let me use gradient. I think red and yellow should be okay for this. So let's see how it goes. Red and orange. Red and orange. So I want to give it a little bit of effect. Okay, let me use the emboss tool to just give it a kind of effect, just a little bit effect. Alright, I think this one is okay. So as you can see, anytime I try to increase or decrease the size, it is breaking apart. The text is breaking apart, so we need to find a solution to stop it from breaking apart. Let me first find the font that I'm going to finally stick with before I change it. Okay, I think this. Let me stick with this one. So to do this kind of thing, I will import a shape and reduce it to a very small size and reduce opacity to 0%. Then I merge the two texts together. The text and the image. Well, okay, let me go back. Let me redo it again. So you just keep trying until, can you see now? You keep trying it until you make sure it is no longer breaking. Can you see it's no longer breaking again? So that's it. Even if I increase the size or reduce it, it won't break. The text won't break apart again. Can you see? I increased it and yet it is not breaking apart. So make sure you use that method whenever you're designing, whenever you use the emboss tool and you find that the text is breaking apart. All you have to do is to import is to create a shape and reduce it to a very small size, then reduce opacity, then merge it together. Whatever elements you want to merge it together. So let me try to copy this aesthetics. Let me copy it and place it to the back. So let me save this one also. Let me save it as another project. So I want to create a new Canva. I want to create a new one. So let me import the same background I used for the design. I'm going to use for this too. So I'm using 5x4 because that's the size of the design I'm doing. So let me reduce the brightness. And import the second image I want to work with. The second image of the woman I'm working with. So let me increase it. Okay, now just like the way I did it for the first image, I'm going to reduce the brightness of this image. I reduce the brightness a little bit, then I save. Oh, I forgot to save it as ultra. Whenever you are designing, make sure you save your designs with the ultra resolution so that it will be very sharp, so that the outcome will be sharp. So we'll save it as ultra, then let me save it to my gallery. You can see now. So I'm trying to create a frame like element. So I want to make that picture to be in a kind of a frame. Understand? So this is a frame. this is a PNG file of a frame. So PNG file is a file that doesn't have a background. You understand? So I will import the image of this woman. Let me import it. Then I'll click on to back to take it to the back. Can you see it look like a frame picture? But I don't really like the picture of that frame, so let me import another frame. Let me use this one. Can you see? So let me make it bigger. Alright, this is okay. So let me click on the transparent. Don't forget, because it's a PNG file. Click on the transparent. So let me go back to my this is one of the reasons why it's very important for you to save your designs. You can always go back to them whenever, in case you're not done with your design. You can just save as a project. Then when you're ready to continue with it, you can go back to it. So I forgot to save that one as Ultra, so let me save it as Ultra. So let me go back to my first design. Let me save this one first. I'll just save it as Ultra with the Ultra dimension. So let me go back to the first design I was doing before. So I will import this frame. Can you see now? Can you see the reason why I was doing before? I will import this into this new project. So I want to import another element. Let me import a rose. Let me use a rose. This rose flower. So I'm trying to create a shadow. So let me try to create a glass effect using this shape, I'm going to give it a kind of glass morphism effect. So the first thing I'll do is to reduce the opacity. I'll reduce opacity. Then I go to inner shadow and give it the same color, because the color I use is white. If the color I use is red, the inner shadow color will be red. You understand? So that is it. Can you see the way it looks now? Can you see the effect I give it? It has this kind of special effect. So we are getting closer to our results. We are almost done with this. So let me use the photo room. There's an app called Photo Room. If you download it on your phone, you can download it on Play Store. So I want to make a little, so let me select this frame image. The frame image, I want to give it a little bit of a motion. I want to give it motion blur. Even though they call motion blur, like an effect that makes your element look in motion. So I'll click on the layer, on the layers. I'll click on the layers. Then I'll click on the graphics. It will bring me down to this blur, and I'll click on this blur option. Then I'll click on motion. Can you see it? Motion. I want to give it a little bit of motion. If you notice, the frame element is a little bit different from how it was before. I give it a little bit of a motion effect. So let me save this image. Let me save it to my gallery. It will take a while to load. Let's just wait. Now it is saved. It is saved to my gallery. So let's go back to Pixellab. Always remember to save your project before you leave. If you're not done with the job, make sure you save it before you leave. This is very important. So I want to replace this one. I want to replace it with the one I just did. So I'll delete it and import the new one, the one I give a little bit of a motion effect. So I'm going to change it now. Let me use this recent one. Can you see? So let me place it there. So let me copy these rows. Let me copy it. That rows element at the left bottom. Let me copy it. Alright. We are almost done. So I think we are done with this design. We are done. So let's save it. Let's save this image. We are done. Let me save it. Now I'm going to Snapseed. For Snapseed is an app you use to enhance your pictures, your designs and everything. If you don't have the app on your phone, make sure you go and download it on Play Store. You understand? Make sure you download it on Play Store. And if you have not subscribed on my YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel. Click the notification button, like, share, so that I can see more of these videos on your YouTube. So let me go and save this design. Let me save it. I think it didn't save the other time. This is one of the reasons why I keep emphasizing on you saving your projects, saving your works. You understand? Make sure you save your works on Pixellab. So I've saved it, and let me import. Okay, I just want to make just a little bit. To add a little thing to the design before I finally save it. So I'm done. I'm done with the design now, so let me save it and go to Snapseed. So I'm going to go to Snapseed to enhance the picture to make it look much more beautiful. Now you see the difference. So I'm going to click on pop, on the pop. Now you see that the colors, everything very vibrant. It's very, very vibrant and much more better. Can you see? Can you see the difference, right? Now let me go to let me give it a little bit of vignette. Let's leave it at 48. I think 48 is okay. So now we are done, and the reason why I used PNG is to make sure it's still retain the quality of the picture. So let's save it. It will take a little time to load, but it will soon be over now. And don't forget to click the subscribe button as you have come to the end of this tutorial. Thank you very much for sticking with me. Thank you for watching to this very end. I really appreciate. So now let's look at the final outcome of this tutorial. Let's look at the final outcome before we call it a day. So it is saving. Now this is the final outcome. This is the final outcome of this tutorial. Thank you very much for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much. Shalom.